What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with my all tea, all shade, Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 3 review. So on tonight's episode, we see Trina. She goes to see an artist by the name of Hood Brat at her video shoot. She wants her to be a part of the All Girls tour that she's putting together. I loved Trina's outfit until I saw that she had on them platform sneakers with it. That just messed up the whole look. She should have had on some heels, but I loved those pants. They were so dope. So Hood Brat, we find out, been rapping since she was 13. And she grew up in the Pork and Bean Projects. Trina invites her on a tour, and of course she says yes. Hood Brat brings up the fact that her sister just committed suicide and that she's been bartending and doing hair to take care of her sister's children. Trina's like, she didn't know any of that. Hood Brat gives her condolences about, Trina's mom dying. And so far, I'm really liking Hood Brat and her story. She seems like she's a humble young lady that's just trying to work her ass off to take care of her family. And the fact that she's, taking care of her nieces and nephews is just beyond me, like, not congratulations, what's the word I'm looking for, like big ups to her for taking on such a big feat at such a young age, because that's a lot on a young girl. So Hood Brat tells her that she did a song with Nicki Natural, and Trina tells her that she got a little bit too much mouth for her. I ain't really feeling her. So Brisco was at a restaurant waiting on somebody, and we see that at Amara's show that Joy was checking for him. She called that nigga fine and everything, and I was like, Brisco, fine? He alright looking. He ain't the best looking nigga I've ever seen. If he tried to talk to me, I might give him my number. It's more so about like his swag and his outfits that'll make you like him. But as far as like the way he looks, fine? No. But I'm like, after Trick Daddy, anything probably fine. Joy is. So, she went over there to talk to him, and he told her she looked good. They had a vibe going. So she show up in a leopard print catsuit, bitch. I was like, come on, Joy. They hug, and she tell him he smelled good, and is shocked that he brought her to such a bougie restaurant. And I'm like, Joy, what the niggas you fuck with, where they taking you? So he tells her he's been on the glow up since he got out of jail. And Brisco say, if Trick knew you was here on this date, would it be a problem? And Joy say he got his bae. He with Nicki Natural. He was like, me and her was kicking it for a while. Joy say like the same time she was dealing with Trick, and he was like a couple of weeks ago. So Joy was like, was y'all like bang bang kicking it, like bang bang kicking, or was y'all like bang bang kicking, or was y'all like bang bang kicking it? And he was like, we was kicking it or whatever. So when he said that, I would have, just like Joy, been led to believe that he was saying that they was fucking, right? So Joy goes to see Trick at his crib a few days or a day or so afterwards to talk, because he wanted her to come over and speak. So she sits down, and Trick says, Nicki, come on. And he wants them to sit down and talk, because Nicki feel like Joy got a problem with her. Now, Joy didn't even know that Nicki was going to be a part of whatever conversation that they was going to have, so she was thrown off. So they all sit at the table. And Trick says, she said Team Joy always ganging up on her. And Nicki say, come on, Joy. Like, you already know what's good. And Joy say, come on, who? And she say, Joy, that's your name, right? Joy say, oh, God, okay. Like, she was like, like, I'm going to have to beat a bitch ass today. It's like, this is what happened. I wasn't ready. So they arguing over the audition. Nicki say, it was a setup. And Trick say, you always playing the victim. Nicki say, you not Team Nicki. The word on it, that's what the word on the street is. I'm like, if this bitch don't get off this Team Nicki, Team Joy, like, how old is this bitch? 12? Bitch, did you not get to live out your like cheerleading aspirations or something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, ho? So Joy say, word on the street is, and Nicki say, what, Joy? And she said, Brisco. I heard y'all two was dealing with each other. He said y'all was dealing with each other. Nicki said, you sure he said that, or you said that? And Joy say, why would I make that up? Nicki say, why wouldn't you? Joy say the incident with her and Brisco happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I know y'all was together. I heard he was kind of like smashed, but I ain't trying to, put nobody business out there. So Nicki say, don't let that boy lie to you. Trick say, you was with a nigga, and Nicki say, y'all trying to play me. Y'all trying to play me. And Trick say, you keep on talking about y'all trying to play me. Do you think I got time to be playing you? So Trick in his confession would say, I've known Joy for 20 years and Nicki for 2 minutes. Of course I believe Joy. What Brisco got to lie for? So Nicki gets up and says, you know what, Florida Evans and James. Why did she do that to that man? Why did she do that to goddamn Joy? That shit was funny as fuck. I don't like that bitch, but that was hilarious. She said, y'all have a good time. I'm the fuck out of here. So Trick said, get the fuck out my house. Nikki say, you all team Joy. And I'm like, shut up, bitch. So I want to put a pom-pom down her throat. So Trick say, get your raggedy ass out of here. He opened the door for her. She said, you can't put me out. And Joy say, I can. My name on the deed and the mortgage. And Nikki say, this is the bank house. It's like, Nikki ain't shit. I do not like that little bitch. So Amara and MJ in that queen of the damn bedroom of hers trying to be sexy. That room is a gaudy ass, country ass mess. Woo! So they talk about kids, and she says she don't want them right now. She still, got a long career ahead of her. She don't want to have kids until she win a Grammy and she on the Billboard charts. And he wants them now, however. And MJ say with the manager you got, you gonna be waiting because he ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He tells her he wants to marry her and have a family with her, but Jullian is not only hurting her career, but hurting them. And I can understand where he's coming from, but as a woman with aspirations, and this has been that girl's lifelong dream, and she's just finally getting to the point where she can grab a hold to it, you gotta let her have that. You gotta at least give her a couple more years. Y'all ain't even been together 2 years yet, as far as I know. You just can't come demanding kids and all this stuff from that girl. That's not fair. And if it's a deal breaker, then y'all gotta break up. So Julie and Trina meet up. And he apologized about not reaching out to give his condolences about her mother dying. He says that he didn't do it because of the tension between them. I call bullshit. Regardless, somebody's mama died. It ain't nothing for you to choose a text to say, I'm sorry. So Trina say, people are not paid. The album came down and I haven't heard from you. Before all this happened, I had talked to you. Trina's new manager, I'm assuming, says, you've been mute. Trina say people weren't paid, and Jullian say I didn't have it. So what the fuck? What you mean you didn't have it? Well, who's supposed to pay for it if you wasn't? I'm confused. So Trina say, how you get a $300,000 advance and don't give me $5? Jullian say I didn't get 300 G's for your project. The new manager say you got it off her name. And no, I'm sorry. Trina says you got it off my name and my catalog. They're not giving you that type of money off of Amara or nobody else. So he shows the contract and points out her name is nowhere on the contract. She says, regardless of even all that, she was betrayed, by him. He said, me and you had a 20-year relationship. Why would I sabotage your project? Trina points out that he didn't even reach out when her mom died and that he led her to believe that, that $300,000 was supposed to go to her. And she was like, I'm just over it. Fuck it. I'm over it. And they leave. And at this point, just let the shit go to court if you're going to take him to court, or just leave the whole situation alone. I do feel like Jullian did lie to her and that it's some fishy shit going on and he's not to be trusted. Just because we had a 20-year relationship don't mean shit. He did something that was wrong, and he didn't how you getting 300 G's off of what? Like she said, off of my name. So something in the water ain't clean. So we meet Sukiana, who is an IG superstar in her own words and a mother of 3. She looked like a gator to me. She looked like what you would find when you go on them swamp tours, but her personality is everything. So she and Chaotic is filming, videos to go viral on YouTube and on Instagram, and that shit was funny. I don't personally follow her. I didn't even know who she was until 2 weeks ago. Tip meets with them and asks to speak to Sukiana alone. We learned that Tip is managing her and wants to ensure that she's focused on the music and not on these little viral videos. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tip. First of all, I didn't know, like I said, of Sukiana until 2 weeks ago. My best friend told me about her, and my best friend knew of her because of these skits and things that she does, not because of her music. So sorry. And you see what got Cardi on was her, videos and stuff. It wasn't the music. It was her personality that got her on first. And then my second thing is how the fuck is Tip managing somebody when she can't even manage her own damn self? She ain't even got herself to the next level. So how can she make somebody else go to the next level? I'm not understanding that. Okay, girl, Sukiana, find you a real manager. So, because she looked like she on pop. She looked like she got it. So, Ballistic comes to see Joseline at the dance studio. He lied and tell her she's one of the best dancers he's ever seen. I was like, where? Okay, so Prima Piggy comes up and Jocelyn says that she acts pigly and she don't want to deal with the bitch. So Nikki Natural, her pink wig, her braces, and them titties go to see a hood brat at the bar. I think they was at Finger Licking, and she tells her that Trick threw her out the house. And she was like, why? She tells her that, Joy told him that she slept with Brisco, and Hood Rat was shocked by this. So Nikki was like, as a woman, why you ain't put me to the side and say, well, you claiming celibacy, but Brisco saying he smashed you? Well, first of all, bitch, why would she pull you to the side? You've been nothing but rude to her since the day you met. Your attitude is trash, bitch. And second of all, she don't owe you shit. Only person that she do owe the tail is Trick, which she did. Get your little want to be grown ass somewhere and sit the fuck down. You are a kid playing in the big kids playground, bitch. You need to still be over there with the elementary school students playing in the sandbox. So she says, but you ran to tell Trick real fast. She says that Trick won't answer her calls and it's Team Joy. Here she go with that shit again because she won't have sex with him. And I'm like, nigga, at the end of the day, whether or not you have sex with Brisco don't even matter. You were still entertaining this nigga while you were supposed to be over there with Trick. And if you don't want to have sex with him, it ain't just because you're supposed to be celibate. It's because you don't see it for him like that. So she say Brisco is lying on her dick, on his dick, and she's going to confront him. So Brisco is welcome back at the club. Everybody came out to support him. Joy and Prima Donna are there. Amara and Emjay come through. I ain't like neither one of their outfits, child. They look like they got dressed in the dark. So Hood Brat and Sookie are there too. Tip and a girl named Chameleon are with them. We found out this girl named Chameleon got a song called Twerk for Jesus. And I was like, where can I download it at? So she said, God tip you more than these niggas do. That was the most ratchet shit I ever heard of in my life. But I saw where she was going with that. I see the vision, bitch. So they talk about Brisco, and Chameleon say, I ain't stuck dick in like 7 weeks, bitch. I'm trying to see what's up. And Amara and Emjay looking like the fuck. Emjay got Amara from around them ghetto bitches so fast. And what I'm seeing with this Miami cast is that Mona and them have crafted this new wave, this new era of ratchetness. Like, it's the new generation. It's not our generation no more. They went to my son them generation because these kids is ratchet as fuck and give no fuck. They got no filter, no shame whatsoever. And it's a bit much even for me, and y'all know how ghetto and ignorant I am, but it makes for great television, and I'm here for it. Like, she need to tap into that same new era with Atlanta with this upcoming season. She need to get a new breed of young and ignorant and niggas and females. So Amara and him walk away, and Joy say Joy go over to speak to Brisco, and I love they vibe together. I like the chemistry, and she say, it's been a whole shitstorm since the last time I saw you. So in walks Nikki Natural. She confronts Brisco, and she say, we slept together. He say, who told you that? And she say, your girl did. Brisco say, I said we was kicking it. Nikki say, they said we fucking. Did that come out your mouth? And Brisco say, no. And I'm like, really, Brisco? I was really liking you. And then you just had to go and ruin it. So Joy say, I don't want to feel like you lied about the situation, but when I insinuated about smashing, you didn't really say no. Nikki say, we never smashed. You ain't make that clear to her? Brisco then grabbed Joy by her arm and said, we never smashed. And Joy said, okay, well, she can go back over there with Trick then. And Nikki said, that's all you can have that. And Joy just look at her. And I was like, at this point, if I was Joy, I wouldn't even want to fuck with him. Because, like, now you look like a lame to me. Like, why would you lead me to believe that you fucked her? Like, what was the point? Why was you lying on your dick? Like, what? It didn't make the situation no better between me and you. Only thing that I could think of is that he would lie to her and say that to ensure, like, that it's over between her and Trick, so he can put a wedge between them so he can pull up. I don't know, but it was just like, you too old for this shit, nigga. Really? Yeah, so it would be a wrap for me with Brisco. So Shay walk in and Amara say, hi, sister. And she was like, bitch, don't be playing funny. So they sit down and they talk, and Shay say, I wouldn't bring you around somebody you don't care for, but if you, and I can't tell you who to be friends with, but if you make up with her, that will affect our relationship. And I'm like, how you gonna tell her you ain't gonna tell her who she can be friends with, but then say if you do befriend the bitch, it's gonna mess up our relationship. Like, Shay, I need for you to grow up. You still as ignorant as you was 10 years ago on Flavor of Love. Like, you have had no growth, girl. Like, grow the fuck up. I understand where you're coming from. Don't have me around a bitch that I don't like. But there's a time and a place for everything, and it still ain't that deep, and you won't let her explain to you what's going on. So, Shay say, I heard on the streets that you miss her. And Amara was like, I'm not trying to be her friend. Shay said, I'm not fucking with you. And Amara said, as long as I'm fucking with your brother, that's all that matters to me. And I was like, yes, Amara. So Jullian comes in and talks to Amara. He tells her he talked to Trina and gave them all the facts. Emjay comes over and asks to speak to Jullian alone, and you can tell that Amara is nervous about them talking. So Emjay says, there's a lot of things she won't talk to you about. She's not happy with where things are going. Things have stopped, and the checks have stopped. And Jullian say, I'm tired of explaining myself to everybody. MJ say, I want to have kids and get married. Jullian say, I told her straight up, ain't no kids. You're the boyfriend. It ain't your place. How the fuck you gonna tell that woman when she can and can't have motherfucking kids? What if you get someone to sit your old Beetlejuice looking ass the fuck down somewhere? He's giving me, especially after I just watched that special on Anna Nicole Smith and Larry Burkhead, he's giving me Howard K. Stern vibes. Like, girl, get him out of your life. He's creepy to me. And then finding out what we found out, Jullian says, I'm sorry, Amara tells Prima she don't feel good. MJ and Jullian are arguing, and MJ says, let me hear you steal a dime. You gonna see me. When you was drunk in LA, you tried to slide in her bed and I wanted to see you. And I was like, yeah, fire him. The fact that he even crossed that type of line with you says a lot. He's weird. He gives me creepy vibes, and he's a thief. Girl, fire that nigga immediately. Immediately. He gonna be taking all your money and trying to molest you in the middle of the night. Get rid of him, Amara. So I give tonight's episode an A+. It was just the right amount of ratchet. I laughed. I gasped, bitch. I hooted and I hollered. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button so you know when all my videos drop. If you guys have any questions for Since You Asked, please email us at since-you-asked1@gmail.com. Me and Monique about to film some new episodes. So if you got anything going on in your love life, your family, your job, whatever, hit us up. Let us know your issues, and we're going to give you some advice. I love you guys. Bye.